right, good evening, good evening. Hello, welcome to all. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, connections, family, wealth builders worldwide family, winner circle family. Welcome, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have many of you here tuning in to the show. Once again, a welcome to each and every person that is tuning in. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. I have some information I want to share with you on tonight. This is a special session. A special session. And so welcome to the show. The show goes live normally 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here live on the Facebook platform. We also are going to be uploading these episodes to YouTube, and I know I'm also live on podcast platforms out there as well. And so I would love to learn, for those of you who are tuning in right now, I would love to learn, number one, where you're watching from. I'm about to actually go into sharing a bit about the background of Leadership TKO, as well as why we have a special topic for tonight, what inspired the topic. And so for those of you who are here in the comment section, let me know what city, what state, and what country you're watching from. And as you're doing this, I do encourage you to share the stream out. I'm actually going to do that myself. I like to practice what I preach and do as I request or encourage other people to do. So I'm going to do that myself. So let me go ahead and do that. Once again, welcome to those of you who are here in South America, from South America, or throughout the United States. Hello and welcome to those of you from Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. I do welcome you here to the Leadership TKO live night show. I'm a wealth mentor, leadership specialist, author of a few books, but tonight I am a deliverer of a message. Okay, just want to share with you some information just to broaden your thoughts, especially for those of you who are within the church. Okay, especially for those of you who are believers. Doesn't matter if you are a believer in another continent, another country. I do want to share some information with you, so I'm going to give it some time and allow more and more of you to tune into the stream. So as you're tuning in, feel free to share the stream out. Share it onto your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever you feel led to sharing this. I do encourage you to go ahead and do so. And so as you're doing it, I'm excited to let you know that, once again, the show goes live every single night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the mission of this show is to empower leaders just like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Good evening, Dr. Goodman. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I see you streaming in as well. Glad to have you. And anyone else, of course, that's going to be tuning in tonight or catching the replay, I do welcome. And I do understand it is a Friday evening, but for those who are go-getters, dreamers, you're going to be tuning in. And so, listen, I'm going to go ahead and dive in. Now, I want to draw your attention. I do want to draw your attention to the topic above. Look at the topic. I know it's an odd one. It's a really odd one because normally I would be participating and sharing a success tip with my fellow networkers out there, right? I will be sharing a success tip, and I am going to continue that. But sometimes I like to go against the grain and kind of break up the monotony of doing the same series topic over and over and over again. But tonight we're talking about the chicken sandwich supporter, the movie enthusiast, and the woman at the well. I know, you're probably like, what in the world? Because there is a common ground between these three types of individuals. And let me tell you something, I actually find myself to be somewhere within all three of them. Now let me explain. Let me explain for you. How many of you, when on a popular restaurant, you all know, starts with a P, they came out with a sandwich. It was a chicken sandwich, and everybody was on it. They were like, yes, I got to run out, and I got to go and get and taste this sandwich for myself. You all know what the name of that place is. If you know the name of the restaurant that came out with a popular chicken sandwich and everybody was just like, look, you got to go and check out this chicken sandwich. It is good. Let me know whether you enjoy it. And they even made songs about this chicken sandwich. Okay? If you know what the name of this popular chain, this restaurant chain is, type in the name of the chain below. Okay? What that popular chicken sandwich chain name is, type it in below. All right? And let me tell you, I still, to this day, have not gone out and tasted that sandwich. I have not. I have to admit. I did not go out there and run and get a hold of the chicken sandwich simply because I can get a chicken, I can make a chicken. Look, anytime I want, I can make a chicken sandwich. Okay? I don't need to run out and grab a chicken sandwich. That's what I just want to make. I want to make that point. Now, how many of you are movie enthusiasts? You enjoy movies out there. How many of you enjoy movies? I have to admit, yeah, yes, I'll enjoy a movie or two. Okay, I'm a diehard Rocky fanatic. Okay, I got Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, all 5 of them. And even this brand, Leadership TKO, has its foundation in Rocky. That whole boxing sport, is really the foundation, sort of like the basis, like that framework for how this brand came about. And so I enjoy a good movie. And when, for example, Black Panther came out, some people even enjoy going and watching Coming to America 2 and all these different movies. Do you enjoy a good movie? Type in yes. Just be honest with yourself. You don't have to just, try to make yourself to be something that you're not. If you enjoy watching a good movie or two every now and then, go ahead and type yes in the comment section below. Let's just have that transparent moment and be honest with ourselves. If you enjoy a movie or two, type yes in the comment section. Just, go ahead and be honest. Go ahead and do it. Every now and then, you got to have some leisure time, especially for those of you who are entrepreneurs, home-based business owners. You got to be able to just take a moment, just a brief moment, right? And get back into the swing of things. All right? Now, you enjoyed the movie, and what did you do as a result of seeing the movie? Especially if it was a really good movie, we have some action movie fans out there. Like, I enjoy a good action movie. I can enjoy a good comedy if it's clean comedy. If there's a lot of profanity in the movie, you can cancel me out because I'm probably going to be distracted by all that other nonsense that's not needed. But I do enjoy a good comedy or a good action movie, or it could be a drama to a degree. Okay? So if you're a movie enthusiast, go ahead and type in yes. That's one commonality that we do have. Now, the other portion of what I shared in the topic of this subject matter is the woman at the well. Now, this is not necessarily a Bible study, but I want to make a point. Now, if you want some references as to where to go, learn about this story about the woman at the well, make sure you visit John chapter 4, okay? Make sure you visit, once again, John chapter 4. It's actually one of my favorite books, gospel versions of the Bible there, because you got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I enjoy Mark, okay, and I enjoy John. Okay, now John chapter 4 talks about, and I'm just going to paraphrase and point some things out. Listen, in this chapter, so Jesus, right, he's a little tired, okay, and he gets to this point where he finds his well, and he's possibly just leaning against it, just taking a little rest. And then here comes a woman. She has her bucket, right? She's about to put some water in her bucket because she has to go back and feed some animals. Now, keep a couple things in mind here. During this time and day, in this culture in which this particular chapter was written, because of the background of who Jesus was, and this woman was a woman that was often ostracized, and the women of her culture oftentimes did not interact with people such as Jesus, right? And so that was something that stands out the most. So there's a cultural barrier, number one, that Jesus is trying to make a point about as well. It doesn't matter who you are. Okay, first of all, he knows who you are anyway. Let's just make that point clear. And it has an interaction with her. But here's one thing that comes to mind as you're looking at the story and as you read the story perhaps by yourself, is understanding a couple things. He has this dialogue with her. She says, I'm here because she's getting some water. And what he's about to share with her is the fact that, listen, you can get some living water from me. He is the living water. And what he begins to do is reveal some truth about her. Open up her eyes to the truth of her situation. Let her see the truth of what's going on in her life. He said, listen, you might have thought you had 1, 2, 3, 4 husbands. Even the one that you have right now at the house, at the crib, that's not even your, listen, you done had like, I don't know how many husbands. Wait a minute. So now she's sitting back and she's like, well, what? How did you know all, like, into herself, she's like, well, how do you know all this? So she talks about, and she hears about this living water, and she's like, well, sir, how can I get access to this living water? And that's when he begins to reveal these things to her. And so she's like, man, to herself, she's like, this has to be a prophet. Could this possibly be? What she does is she goes to a nearby city. She goes to the city and she speaks to the people in that city. What does she do? She says, come see a man. Okay, let me just be specific then. She says, come see a man who told me all things I ever did. Okay, wait a minute. Could this be the Christ? Uh-oh. And then what happens? Here's what happens, guys. She says this to the people in the town, right? The people in the town then go see the man, Jesus, right? And catch this. They say, look, lady, okay, I get what you're trying to say, but it's not that we're believing just based on what you said. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, catch it. She said, they say, look, it's not a matter of just of what you said to me. I'm now hearing and in the presence of this man for myself. Listen, see what's going on here. I am in the presence of truth. And when you're in the presence of truth, what is hidden will come to light. When you're in the presence of the Almighty, your life becomes transformed. And that is the experience. The experience that this woman had was transformational. She goes back and tell the people of the town about this man. They come back and say, oh man, this is actually real. This is the real deal. So now they believe for themselves because they had the experience for themselves. Now I know you may be saying, well, Lakeisha, what is it that you're trying to say? I need you to explain what the commonality is between this woman at the well, a movie enthusiast, and people who supported the chicken sandwich phenomenon. You enjoyed a product, that product in that moment, that experience you had changed your life. And you went back and told people. And perhaps then they went and told more people. A lot of times people are like, man, I'm not a networker. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like selling. We network. By nature, we are networkers. Everybody is a networker. And even in the Word of God are examples of networking. That was just one example with the woman at the well. But how about the fact that Jesus sent the disciples out 2 by 2? Okay, now we could probably be on that for a minute. But what I'm trying to get you to see is that despite what you may think, whether you are a believer or not believer, whether you're a part of the church or not a part of the church, everyone is a networker. You like a thing, you like a project, a product or a service, it changes your life, it provides a solution for you. You go back because you're now excited, right? You're fired up, and you go back and tell the people that you know. You're like, man, come and check this thing out. This thing is lit. This thing is on fire. You go back because you're excited. And now that's transferred. That energy is transferred to people closest to you. And now you're fired up. That fires them up. They come and they have an experience for themselves. And now what happens is like a wildfire, and people are now sharing their experience, sharing their story, their testimony about how they've been transformed by the experience, by the culture, by the people, by the product. See, we're all networkers. We are all networkers, whether you want to believe it or not. And it's because of the experience. It was a life-changing experience. So when you're sharing your product, when you're sharing your service, are you sharing it in a way that it is a life-changing experience? Are you sharing it so much so that the energy is transferable, even through the computer, even through the phone? Can it be felt? Can people feel the energy behind, as you're sharing the opportunity with them? I can only imagine how the people in that town felt when that woman at the well said, "Look, come see a man." They were fired up. They was like, "Wait, hold on. Can this really be?" Because this woman, first of all, is coming and telling me that this can possibly be the Christ that we have been waiting on. Wait a minute. They were waiting. They were in expectation. There are people who are looking for the opportunity that you have in your hand. But you held back on that energy. You don't even know what you have. And it's unfortunate that people in that town, wherever Jesus traveled, they did not know what they had. And they missed the moment. Do not become one of those individuals who, because of maybe your blessing not coming to you and being delivered to you in the package that you expected, don't miss the moment. If someone shared with you information about, for example, the system that I'm connected to, that my fellow wealth builders worldwide family members are connected to, you need to check it out. And for those of you in WBW or Winner's Circle, check your posture, check your energy, check your mindset, check your enthusiasm about your product and your service. Are you enthusiastic? You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to be overly excited. But are you sold out for what you have? Can people understand and feel that you're fired up about what you have? Can that be the reason why you feel like you're stuck? Check yourself. Check your energy. Okay? Check your energy. Because this thing is changing lives. There are people out there didn't know how they were going to pay their rent, right? Now paying their rent, took a bonus check from the system that we're connected to and purchased with no payment, just flat out one swipe, a BMW, no debt. There are people making annual salaries in 1 month with this system that we have. I know my husband and I had, for the first time in a while, a 5-figure month in the month of January as it results from the contribution of this system that we're connected to. What is in your hearing? What have people delivered to you? For those of you who are sitting back and you heard about the opportunity, you heard about the G999. You heard about getting paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum as we promote the G999 blockchain project. Have someone shared this with you? Are they sharing it with you now? You need to go and see about it. You need to go and see the presentation. You need to go and check out that 13-minute new overview video that was superbly done by Bishop Dr. Dominic Curry. You need to go check it out. Because I'm telling you now, It is changing lives, and it will change your life if you let it. There is no cost. For example, salvation, right? To have that life-changing experience that the people in that town had in the Word of God in John chapter 4. They didn't have to pay cash for that. They didn't have to. It was truth. It was transparent, a transparent moment. And with the system that we have, it's transparent. There's nothing that can go unhidden in the system that we're connected to. And best of all, it's absolutely free. Now, this is not an altar call, okay? Because you can't pay cash for salvation, honey. You just can't. You just believe. You believe that he is and that the Father raised him from the grave. That's as simple as that gets. But let me tell you, with the system that we have, is absolutely free. Free. There's no cost to plugging in. There's no cost to be a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. We are a group of global entrepreneurs. We reside all over the world in over 100 countries. And we are spreading this, we are sharing this with everyone. But we're not waiting on anyone. The time is now for you to want to keep your money and get paid for it. The time is now for you to establish a legacy for yourself. For those of you watching tonight, if you want to learn how to get paid in Bitcoin or Ethereum instantly, 365 days out of the year, you want to learn how I'm doing it? How the people who shared this stream or tagged you in this stream, how they're doing it? If you want to learn how to do this and not sit back and wait for Bitcoin to rise up, or don't get scared and when Bitcoin goes down, you selling out. If you want to understand how it doesn't matter whether it goes up or goes down, Bitcoin, it doesn't matter for us because we just get paid in it. We want you to be in that same position where you get paid in Bitcoin and not worry if it goes up or goes down. We want you to want to keep your money and for it to grow, for you to have assets to grow so you can build wealth. So if that's you and you want to learn, you just want some information, right? I encourage you to type info below, INFO below. And if someone has shared this stream with you, I encourage you to get back with them, to inbox them and say, hey, Dr. McKnight was talking about getting paid in Bitcoin or Ethereum and how it's changing lives. And it can change your life too. Let them know you just want information. And here is something else I want to tell you, friend. They'll either give you a link to a short 13-minute video, or they're going to invite you to a presentation, a live presentation that we have Monday through Saturdays, right? It either happens at 12 p.m. Eastern Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right. Tonight we have one. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. A live presentation. And so information is available. You make a decision for yourself. But we welcome you to be a part of our family, Wealth Builders Worldwide. And so I thank you so very much for tuning in tonight to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. And so I'll be back tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., same place, same time. So until then, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, and God bless.